Hello and welcome to World in 5. We start with Zimbabwe's leader, President Mnangagwa, who has urged the media to promote the country and avoid external influence. The president is currently in China for the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, which started today and ends on Friday. Before FOCAC, the president met key company executives in China during his tour and met Chinese President Xi Jinping in a high-level meeting. Speaking in an interview with Chinese central media in Beijing, the president said African media, Zimbabwe included, must emulate their Chinese counterparts who are guided by national interests.
If you listen to the Chinese media, you are the people. You are always promotive of your country, of your vision. But in African countries, you would find our media, if you're not careful, influenced by external influence, where they compare their own situation with foreign positions. And as a media begin to criticize itself and that it is inferior, it is what, because they are comparing themselves with a foreign situation. The media must anchor itself on the basis of what is available, concrete issues of each respective country, and they promote their own country. Make sure the media must give confidence to every child, every citizen, that that a country is built by its own people.
On FOCAC, Zimbabwe can now export avocados to China for the first time after a new agricultural protocol was signed between the two countries at the ongoing Forum on China and Africa Cooperation in Beijing. The Horticultural Development Council has welcomed the development, saying it presents the potential for growers to expand their reach into one of the world's biggest markets. ZTN Prime spoke to Agriculture Permanent Secretary Professor Obajiri, who explained what this development means for Zimbabwe.
So this is exciting news which we obviously have just received, to say that in terms of our horticulture, we now have that huge market of over 1 billion people in China, where we can send our horticultural produce, particularly the avocados now. Remember, this comes at the back of the citrus trade protocol as well, which we signed in 2022. So really exciting that the Chinese continue to get interest in our horticultural produce, and so we are extremely excited.
The Zimbabwean government says it will continue to be on high alert for mpox at a time cases are on the rise in affected countries, with at least 14 nations in Africa affected. Health Minister Dr. Douglas Mombeshora has warned the public to treat second-hand clothes cautiously in the face of mpox.
We must accept that at some parts in Harare, we have got an area where people sell second-hand clothes. Second-hand clothes are not only unsafe for mpox spreading, but for any other diseases. So we don't encourage people to wear second-hand clothes. If anyone wants to wear second-hand clothes, they must wash them thoroughly with hot water or take them to laundry, where after washing them, also iron with hot iron, just to make sure that we don't get any other diseases which can spread by contact, especially things like scabies.
Commuter omnibuses with a seating capacity of 26 passengers and below will no longer be allowed to ferry passengers beyond 60 kilometers. This was announced earlier by the Transport Ministry as part of efforts to improve road safety on the country's major roads. The travel distance for Kombis has been reduced from 120 kilometers. Under the new regulations, Kombis operating within the 60-kilometer radius are also prohibited from operating without installation of speed limiting and monitoring devices. In a statement, the Minister of Transport and Infrastructural Development, Felix Mona, said the new restrictions are effective immediately, but Kombi operators feel hard by the new regulations.
isi taitombotenda hurumende yedu kuti yakatibvisa pa80 ichitiendesa pazvimwe zvikamu 120 kuti tinokwanisa kutakura vanhu tichiasvisa nzvimbo idzodzo. Zvino kana vatidzosera kumashure mikana yekusvika pa60 kilometers handione kuti tingamanye zvakanyanyisa, nekuti matsaona haasi kukonzereswa nekuti tiri kuenda kure. Matsaona mazhinji ari kuitika iko zvinezvi. Ndofunga tinowana paZimbabwe along Mutare Road ndo pane matsaona akaitika nechitumbisa road. Hakuna matsaona ari kuitwa nemakombi enzendo dzekure. Tiri kutonzwa matsaona achiitwa nemabhasisi mahombe.
12 police officers from the Zimbabwe Republic Police benefited from a 2-week diving training which was held recently by the Zimbabwe National Army. The trainees consisted of 5 women and 7 men in the Mashonaland West province. Speaking at the certification ceremony, the presiding officer said this exercise is part of the security sector's integration programs.
Security practitioners, but our difference to say this is the police service, this is the army, was done purposefully to serve the required what need. So with that, I resume and urge you to go and improve yourself.
And now, Kimberly Chimalanga and Masara give us the details of court stories.
Alleged thieves, 2 from South Africa and 3 from Zimbabwe, appeared at Harare Magistrates Court facing theft of motor vehicles. They were caught at a police roadblock in Featherstone in possession of a Toyota Land Cruiser reportedly stolen in South Africa. Allegations are the accused persons concealed the true identity of the motor vehicle in question and fraudulently obtained a fake South African registration book and a temporary import permit. They were advised to apply for bail at the High Court and to return to court on 16 September.
In other news, Venezuela's authoritarian president, Nicolas Maduro, has declared Christmas will start 3 months early in the country, in a move which some have suggested was made to further his own political goals. The 61-year-old declared that this year's Christmas is set for October 1st, recently during his weekly television show. The Venezuelan Episcopal Conference criticized the announcement as they warned the holiday is not to be used for political or propaganda goals. They added in a statement that Christmas starts on 25 December. And that's a wrap on World in 5.